In 1977, a small city in Brazil became the centre of one of the most terrifying UFO incidents ever recorded. The sheer number of eyewitnesses and the involvement of the Brazilian military have made this one of the most well-documented mass UFO sightings in history. Colares is located in the northern part of Para, Brazil. It's a quiet, relatively remote city surrounded by lush rainforest. Despite its idyllic setting, Colares was to become the centre of a series of extraordinary events that would take it from a modest city to a global news story. In the latter half of 1977, whispers of unusual activity in the sky started to circulate among the residents of Colares. As time went on, there were increasing reports of bright, colourful and highly manoeuvrable lights that would move across the sky at incredible speeds. Witnesses described lights of various colours: red, yellow, blue and green. Perhaps most disturbingly, the lights were not passive, and soon numerous reports of people being attacked started to appear. They described being hit by beams of light that caused burns, puncture wounds and partial paralysis. Many residents reported debilitating health effects, including fatigue, dizziness and headaches following the attacks. In one report, a doctor named Waleed Carvalho claimed to have observed a silent, bright metallic object spinning over her village, approximately 1.5 kilometres away from her. She described the object as a conical, cylindrical shape, with a size of roughly 3 metres in width. It moved in an irregular manner, with a wavy rocking motion, regularly making swift stops and changing directions. Staking her ethical and professional reputation, Dr. Carvalho talked about several patients who said they had been attacked by strange rays of light. These patients were all found to have partial paralysis, generalised tremors, and most surprisingly, first-degree burns marked by tiny perforations. One of Dr. Carvalho's patients, Claudemira Rodriguez, said she was sleeping in a hammock in a room with her cousin and children. She saw a bright light that travelled all over her body, striking her on the left side of her chest and sucking blood from it. She claims the light went down to the back of her right hand, where it felt she had been pricked by a needle. She tried to cry for help, but realised her body was half paralysed and she couldn't make a sound. She was roused by her cousin, who also saw the light and screamed. These attacks on the people of Colares continued frequently for several months. The situation grew so dire that the local authorities requested help from the Brazilian Air Force. Operação Prato, translated to Operation Saucer, was launched to investigate the strange occurrences. Operation Prato began in September 1977 and continued until early 1978. Led by Colonel Yorange Horanda, the operation involved extensive fieldwork, including photographing and filming the UFOs, interviewing eyewitnesses, and even camping out in affected areas. Hollander and his team collected a significant amount of data. Hundreds of photographs were taken and many hours of film footage were recorded. In total, 300 sightings were reported, and incredibly, at least half of these reports were about sightings that Colonel Hollander and his team had directly. Despite the extensive effort, the official investigation was inconclusive. The final report suggested that the lights could be due to collective hallucinations, yet many, including Colonel Hollander, believed there was something else going on. Years after the operation, Colonel Hollander decided to break his silence and revealed in interviews that the phenomena were real and that he and his team had encounters with multiple UFOs.
E nós chegamos lá às 6 horas da tarde, montamos o equipamento fotográfico, montamos tudo, tá? E ficamos num lugar escuro, reservado, ficamos observando. E ver o que 6h30, mais ou menos, passou muito alto. Passaram 3 pontos luminosos alinhados. Muito alto. E a grande velocidade. A velocidade, eu sou da Força Aérea, conheço avião, é maior do que a velocidade de um avião de linha. Estavam voando muito alto no sentido oeste-leste. Ou seja, da Cordilheira dos Andes para o Atlântico. Muito alto. Passaram os 3, uma velocidade muito grande. E, bom, 7 horas da noite, mais ou menos, da região do norte, a gente chegou a verificar que tem pelo menos 9 formas. A gente conseguiu determinar, classificar como formas de naves. Alguns eram sondas, alguma fotografia parecia uma nave maior e dela saindo naves menores. Depois essas naves menores voltando para essa nave maior. Tudo isso como se fosse uma nave mãe recebendo ou naves ou sondas menores.
Isso foi documentado fotograficamente?
Foi. E filmado também.
Just 2 months before his death in 1997, Colonel Hollander said he was convinced that the 1977 to 1978 UFO wave covered an enormous area of northern Brazil, far beyond Colares. Several theories have been proposed to explain the Colares incident. Some believe it was a secret military experiment, possibly involving advanced technology that the villagers couldn't comprehend. Others suggest that the lights were extraterrestrial in origin, pointing to the sophisticated behaviour of the UFOs and the physical effects on the victims as evidence of otherworldly intervention. UFO researchers and enthusiasts continue to study the Colares incident. Some consider it one of the most compelling UFO cases due to the sheer volume of evidence, credible eyewitness testimony, and the involvement of the military. As we reflect on these events, it's important to remember the human element of this story. The fear and suffering experienced by the people of Colares were very real, regardless of the phenomenon's origin. What do you think caused the Colares incident? Do you believe the official reports, or do you think there's something more to this story? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon as it will really support the channel. Until next time.